Your grandfather at 35 had more testosterone than you do right now, and I can prove it. We pulled blood panels from 1980 and compared them to 2024. What we found wasn't just concerning, it was terrifying. The average testosterone level for a 30-year-old man in 1987 was 501 nanograms per deciliter. Today, that same 30-year-old average is 270. That's not a small dip. That's a 46% collapse in less than 2 generations. And here's what nobody's talking about. Even men doing everything right, eating clean, lifting heavy, sleeping 8 hours, their levels still come back lower than their grandfathers who smoked cigarettes and ate bacon every morning. Something else is happening, something they don't want you to know. Welcome back to the Real Bio Protocol. ACT1 The problem: go to any doctor today with symptoms of low testosterone, brain fog, no energy, zero drive, struggling to build muscle, and they'll tell you the same thing: sleep more, eat better, reduce stress, maybe lose some weight. And if your levels come back at 280, which would have been clinically low in 1990, they'll tell you you're fine, you're within normal range. But here's the lie they're selling you. That normal range, it's been adjusted multiple times. The reference ranges used by labs today are based on the current population, not historical baselines. They're comparing you to other hormone-depleted men and calling it normal. It's like measuring IQ against people with brain damage and saying average is now 85. The Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism published a landmark study tracking testosterone levels across generations. Controlling for age, BMI, smoking, and alcohol use, they found a population-wide decline of about 1% per year since the 1980s. A 2007 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology confirmed it. This isn't about individual lifestyle choices. This is happening to all men everywhere, regardless of how healthy they live. In mainstream medicine, they're not sounding the alarm. They're lowering the bar so the problem disappears on paper. Meanwhile, fertility rates are plummeting. Sperm counts have dropped 50% since 1973, and young men are reporting symptoms of low testosterone at rates never seen before. The establishment's response: normalize it. Redefine healthy. Tell men they're fine when their biology is screaming otherwise. ACT2 The hidden truth. So if it's not lifestyle, what's causing this collapse? The answer is in your blood, your water, your food, and the air inside your home. Endocrine disruptors. These are synthetic chemicals that mimic, block, or interfere with your hormones. And they're everywhere. Phthalate in plastics, BPA in food containers, PFAs in non-stick cookware and waterproof clothing, pesticides like atrazine sprayed on crops, parabens in your shampoo. The average person is exposed to hundreds of these compounds daily. A 2014 study in Environmental Health Perspectives found that men with higher phthalate metabolites in their urine had significantly lower testosterone and reduced sperm quality. Research from the University of Missouri showed that BPA exposure, even at levels considered safe by regulators, suppressed testosterone production in animal models. And atrazine, a Berkeley study found it chemically castrated male frogs, turning some of them female. That's not a conspiracy theory, that's published science. But here's where it gets darker. The companies producing these chemicals fund the research meant to regulate them. The EPA's safety thresholds are based on studies from the 1980s that never accounted for cumulative exposure or the cocktail effect of multiple chemicals interacting. You're not being protected. You're being managed. The plastics industry alone is worth over $600 billion. There is no financial incentive to admit these products are destroying male hormones at a population level. So they don't. ACT3, the mechanism. Let's talk biology. Your testosterone is produced in the Leydig cells of your testes, triggered by luteinizing hormone from your pituitary gland. This whole system is called the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, or HPG axis. It's a feedback loop. Your brain senses hormone levels and signals production up or down. Endocrine disruptors attack this system at every level. Some, like BPA, bind to estrogen receptors and trick your body into thinking estrogen is elevated. Your brain responds by reducing testosterone production. Others, like phthalate, directly damage Leydig cells, reducing their ability to synthesize testosterone even when the signal is strong. PFAS compounds accumulate in your bloodstream with a half-life of years, creating chronic low-grade suppression of androgen receptors. It's not one chemical. It's the cumulative load. Your body is under constant hormonal interference from hundreds of sources simultaneously. And unlike your grandfather, you've been exposed since birth. In utero, through breast milk, through plastic baby bottles, through decades of processed food wrapped in synthetic materials. The mechanism is clear. The exposure is undeniable, yet mainstream medicine still treats low testosterone as an individual failing rather than a systemic poisoning. ACT4 real-world application. So what do you actually do? First, reduce exposure. Switch to glass containers. Filter your water with a reverse osmosis system that removes PFAS. Avoid plastic-wrapped foods, especially heated. Read labels on personal care products and eliminate anything with parabens or phthalate. Choose organic produce when possible to reduce pesticide exposure. Second, support your body's natural production. Zinc, magnesium, vitamin D, and boron are foundational for testosterone synthesis. Lift heavy compound movements. Get morning sunlight. Sleep in a cold, dark room. Third, consider targeted interventions. Peptides like CJC 1295 and ipamorelin support growth hormone release without shutting down your natural axis. They work synergistically with testosterone, improving recovery, sleep quality, and body composition. Research shows GH-releasing peptides